Salka here with Moraine Liber, and we have some sweet players in the feature match area. We have gold level pro in the Robin Doar fighting for day 2 at 5 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw, so he really needs to win out. He's placing off against Andres Reiling. Alessandro Portaro is also a well-known Italian player, pro. He's facing off Bart van Eten. They both also need 2 wins. At 7-0, Niklas Kronberger and Peter Sokoreg are fighting at the backhand tables of our feature match area, but our main match is going to be between Leo Schulhof and Branco Neirynck. He's on a hot streak, right?
He's running hard as his t-shirt, his yellow t-shirt. He actually top 8'd the last 2 European GPs, I believe, GP Utrecht and GP Copenhagen.
Yeah, it's sick.
Yeah, for a Belgian, that's very good.
So that means he's qualified for both the Pro Tour Origins in Vancouver, as well as the next one at in Milwaukee, I believe,
and probably the World Magic Cup.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah. Nice streak of Magic tournaments over the next couple of months. His opponent is Leo Schulhof, Frenchman who I believe top 8'd Grand Prix Krakow, defeating me on the way. By the way, I'm still bitter about that.
That's why.
That's why, yeah, of course. But he was Esper Dragons, I think, was his deck choice, so he did well. And yeah, we'll see how they match up. They're both at 6 wins and 1 loss. And there you see Leo. And the winner will make it into day 2. And good position as well. Maybe with a chance of going 8-1. So always in a good position to be in. And I see it looks like Branco Neirynck is on lands here.
Yeah, I love this deck. I think it's a risky choice, but if you get the right matchups, it's just such a good deck in the certain matchups. For example, against Delver decks, it's really good. Against Elves, it's really good because of Punishing Fire, so I like the choice.
If Branco won the die roll, his hand looks solid, right? He can Wasteland, Mox Diamond, and Life from the Realm right away.
Yep.
Yeah, as you can see, the deck plays a lot of lands, and it tries to do an early advantage. And in the end, he goes for a 20/20 creature off of Dark Depths. So even though he plays a lot of lands, they act more as spells. And he goes for a big turn. Wasteland, Mox Diamond discarding the Tranquil Thicket, and returns it with Life from the Loam and passes the turn.
Yeah, this is
great.
Yeah, I think he's playing against Miracles. I thought he was playing against Omnishow. But I guess he's playing against Miracles, and he needs an explosive draw. I mean, Mox Diamond is probably one of them. And now if he gets Life from the Loom already going, he can even play the Exploration already. This is super good for him.
And he also flips 3 lands, which is huge. Especially because of that Exploration that you just mentioned. So he'll just return the 3 lands, get him back, no force. It probably wouldn't do much here. And Branco Neirynck just steamrolling here.
Yeah, now he can fetch for a green source, play the Exploration, and then still play another land, which is super good. The problem is the Sensei's Divine Top, though. If Leo also has an early counterbalance, that could actually be problematic.
So he's searching for a duel here.
He might search a basic first. No,
he goes for Taiga. He'll be able to play Exploration, play 1 more land. He also, I believe he also has Crop Rotation and Gamble in his hand. So
he can actually go for play the other Taiga and cycle the Tranquil Ticket end of turn.
Yeah. So there's Exploration. So he'll be able to play one more land on every turn. And what is he going to play here? He's taking his time to make the right decision. This is the lands deck at its best.
Yeah, it's as quick as possible, or he could go more value with Life from the Loam. Like if he goes Gamble and Crop Rotation, he actually has a 20/20 like in 2 turns. But that's super dangerous against Miracle's Terminus or a Source to Plowshares.
Yeah, so he does cycle away the Tranquil Thicket, draws a regular card, but now he will Life from the Loam. That's a Manabon, Maze of Ith, Thespian Stage. It has another Mox Diamond as well, so he can really explode here with his mana. So goes to return the Stage, Thicket, and Misty Rainforest, which makes sense. Doesn't really need the Maze of Ith in this matchup.
Yeah, he should be playing the Rishadan Port this turn and start tapping. But yeah, of course, the Mox Diamond is kind of free because it's this land drop he gets for free. And I think he should try to get as many Rishadan ports in play as soon as possible so he can safely go for the combo at end of turn.
So now past the turn.
He's gonna tap the island, it seems.
Yeah, he'll probably wait first.
In the draw step, yeah. He's not gonna do it yet?
No, he waits. He doesn't. I mean, in draw step, sure, it could make sense, but I think he might go for something towards the end of the turn.
Oh, what he could do, but I think he's one with Rishadan port and then go crop rotation Dark Depths and make it a 20/20 with Thespian Stage, but he's 1 mana short.
Oh, yeah, he revealed the Gamma. I was wondering because that is a sorcery, so he's going to go for the crop rotation right away. But I mean, he can still go for it now, force a counter, some sort of counter spell, and on his turn he'll just Life from the Loam back, Life of the Loam both lands back, play both of them and try to go for it again. Like with Exploration and already so many Mox Diamonds and Life from the Loam in full action, he can go for the combo. For those who are not familiar with the combo, it's Dark Depths and Thespian Stage. Neirynck, can you explain how it works?
Yeah, there we have Dark Depths. Dark Depths is a legendary snow land. Actually, it comes into play with 10 ice counters, and you can remove an ice counter for 3 mana, and then you get a 20/20 legendary black avatar with flying. Now, of course, if you have to do that one by one, that takes you 30 mana. But now, if we look at the other card, Thespian Stage, that one actually allows you to copy a land. There we have it. For 2 mana, you can copy target land, and it gains this ability, and it also gets the ability of the Thespian Stage. And then you copy the Merit Lage, but it doesn't have the 10 counters on it. So then you get a 20/20 creature for just 2 mana. Yeah,
because it basically triggers on having no counters. So yeah, and just it's exciting. So there, the crop rotation resolved after a brainstorm. And it doesn't look like Leo Schulhof has anything actually. It's like Swords to Plowshares, Jace, like all irrelevant cards in this stage of the matchup.
Well, Swords to Plowshares is not irrelevant.
Sure.
It can deal with the 20/20.
Yeah, it'll gain Branco some life, but Branco will be able to do it later. So there's the sacrifice. Yeah, you can see Leo Schulhof like, I can do this, but I know what's gonna happen next turn.
I'm not 100% sure that this is the way you want to be playing this matchup. Like you mentioned, it's super good to have this 20/20 every turn, but if Leo Schulhof gets the time to get counter the recursion, so he basically needs like 1 more Swords to Plowshares to have the lock. He's got the counterbalance ready for next turn. He does not have the Swords to Plowshares yet, so maybe that's the one he's missing.
Yep, there's the Life from the Loam. Doesn't mill land this time, but he already has plenty in his graveyard. So it looks like he's gonna, play the Life from the Loam, get the Dark Depths, the Thespian Stage, and probably gonna go for fetch line, sure. Why not? But I also can't shake the feeling that the Branco Neirynck can do something to play this matchup a little.
I don't know, he could play it more carefully, try to make better use of his Rishadan ports and maybe his wastelands.
Yep.
But now he's giving his opponent a lot of options. Like if he has the answers, he gives him the time to set up the counterbalance lock. And while getting a 20/20 is fine, you also set yourself back 2 lands because you lose both the Dark Depths and the Thespian Stage. So it's a little bit dangerous in my opinion. I don't see a second Swords to Plowshares there though.
No. It looked like Leo Schulhof is actually responding to the Life from the Loam with trigger from the Senseless Divining Top. So yep, that Leo Schulhof drew another dead card in Pyroblast in this matchup. Yep. There's the combo, so to speak.
And now he's gonna tap in the upkeep, of course.
Yeah, he should. But he doesn't have to, and he can try to go for it again.
Well, actually, if he does it, he doesn't have enough mana.
Exactly,
No, he cannot.
That's why.
No.
He doesn't do it.
Did he play 2? Oh yeah, he played 2 lands.
Yeah, both. He played the combo lands. As you mentioned, counterbalance. We'll see if it's going to be relevant here, though.
So now Leo needs either Terminus or another Swords to Plowshares on top. And if it gets that, then it should be fine, because then he can do the Life from the Loams. Oh, he has it. Wait, but if it's now a terminus, he cannot play it. He already drew a card.
Yeah, he already drew a card for his turn. Yeah, they should call a judge here. It's not the first card he drew for his turn, so he would have to do it on the upkeep.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
Branco
so they're
realized
already calling judge. Yeah. Looks like Leo Schulhof. Yeah, he forgot it says the first time. I mean, he can do it on the opponent's turn.
Yep. But now he's gonna draw it. He will have it in his hand, and he will not be able to play it. So I think this is game for Branco.
Yeah, it should be. Yeah, they're clearing up the situation as usual during so that the judge can determine what has happened exactly, and then he'll make a ruling based on that. As you see in the background, there is Petr Suhurek, semi-Czech pro. He has a top 16 from a pro tour, and actually was in top 4 of the regional PTQ last week. So he's really happy to be back on the train, and it looks like Leos is shaking his head there. A misplay, not much he can do there, and I think he'll get a warning for that. There's a life from the loam being dredged, but I think that's just
wow, what a mistake to make. If he doesn't use this mistake, he could actually do some sweet Sensei's Divining Top things. He could draw a card, which would be the
terminus.
The terminus, and then he should look at the top 3 cards. In response, draw a card. He draws the terminus, which he plays, and then the look at the top 3 cards is still on the stack. And then you can actually put a card for 2 mana on top of your deck, so you are still able to counter the life from the loam. But the way he played it, yeah, it couldn't go worse.
Yeah, pretty much. But I mean, he realizes his mistake and still has a little smile. But it's these small interactions that can really get the best of you sometimes, and a small lapse in judgment can create a huge problem. We saw it in the last round where Emmanuel Gershenson played a Ponder turn 1, put it in his hand happily, and was like, yeah, I'm doing great. And his opponent went Gitaxian Probe Cabal Therapy. If he had kept it on top with the Ponder, he would have been in great shape.
Yep. Sometimes things seem easy. Yeah, I won this card, I put it in my hand, but in Legacy, nothing is easy.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Even playing your land on turn 1 is the hardest thing ever. I mean, do I play my basic island? Do I play my fetch land? Because if I play basic island, maybe he goes Reshadam tap it, so then it's better to have a fetch, and so it's so many decisions from starting from turn 0. Really.
Yeah, should I play around Stifle or no? When should I sacrifice? Do I want to sacrifice? Do I want to keep it for my brainstorm? Of course, that's Legacy for you, but that's why the format is it really favors. So yeah, we believe we have the deck list. Yeah, we do. Let's have a quick look. What can Branco do here with this kind of sideboard? He has 1 choke. That looks like a pretty decent card in this matchup.
Yeah, choke and Boseiju are probably pretty good. I don't think he wants Sphere of Resistance or Trinisphere, but I think he wants and Corrosion Grip. Yeah, of course, Corrosion Grip, perfect answer to both. Sensei's Divining Top. Usually a card that destroys, choke, of course, a very good card. Islands do not untap during their control's untap step, and it's a 3 mana spell, so it's hard to counter with counterbalance. But the most important card is probably Corrosion Grip. In instant, it destroys target artifact or enchantment. Now that is not the most important part, because if you try to destroy a counterbalance, he will just flip a 3 mana card. The most important part about this spell is the split second. This says that as long as the spell is on the stack, players can't cast spells or activate abilities. So they cannot use their Sensei's Divining Top, and they cannot counter it with counterbalance.
Yep, it's a great card that has been making a resurgence with Miracles being so popular in the last few days. And I think the sideboarding from Branco Neirynck is going to be pretty straightforward in that he doesn't need 4 Punishing Fires in his deck. He can easily just swap them out for the Corrosion Grips.
He's got to be careful of Monastery Mentor, though.
Sure.
Otherwise, Rest in Peace, but I cannot find any Rest in Peace in Leo's sideboard. That's a little bit weird for the Miracles deck.
He does have 2 Monastery Mentors, though, so I'm pretty sure he's going to be boarding that in. But the rest of his sideboard doesn't look that impressive. But he probably can bring in Wear Tear, though, for explorations as well as Mox Diamonds. You can even go for the 2 for 1.
That's a good one. Maybe even Jace the Mind Sculptor, although it's kind of hard to get to 4 mana against lands.
Depends on how many answers to the Married Lage token you want to have. That's always a bit risky. Do you want to get your opponent to the point where he has a Married Lage token, or do you want to make sure that you can disrupt his game plan long enough? To Entreat the Angels, a card that some players have been playing less and less of. So we'll see. And yeah, he definitely has to board out the 3 Pyroblast. That's a very bold.
Are you sure?
That's a very bold play on for the main deck. What do you think about running a card like this in the main?
I like 1 or 2, but 3 is a little bit over the top because you see it. If you ever face this matchup or like elves, you basically have 3 dead cards. You could say that some of these matchups are still fine. Like elves is probably still fine because you've got Terminus, but having 3 Pyroblast against a deck like lands is kind of bad.
Well, fair enough.
It's still not as bad as it would be in another format because you got and Ponder to make sure you never draw it or Sensei's Divining Top, but it still could end up costing you something.
All right, so the players draw their hands. I mean, I don't think Branco can do better than he did last game in a way. His hand looks not that great, but he has Mox Diamond, Crozen Grip. Maybe he can do something with crop rotation.
He's got a turn 2 Merit Leech.
Oh, really?
That's not that bad.
You think?
Yeah. He can even gamble for life from the room. This hand is actually pretty good.
Oh, true. Yeah.
He can Mox Diamond, play the Forest or something, sacrifice the Forest to get Thespian stage, and then put the Dark Depths into play, and still have the Crozen Grip and.
As Leo Schulhof is mulliganing, it might prove to be a really key for Branco, who's also on the draw, so he can even draw a land if he wants to discard something extra.
If he draws Exploration, that would be super good.
Turn 1 Sensei's Divining from Leo Schulhof, obviously.
Always.
No hesitation. Another crop rotation. Probably not the card Branco wanted to see here. He has to make a decision here. Does he go for the quick combo with to get his 2020, or does he play it slow?
Well, if he goes for crop rotation, he should do it in his turn because now his opponent is stepped out.
Exactly.
So only Force of Will counters it. But if his opponent has Force of Will, it would be super good because that's basically like a free. It says when you play it as an additional cost, you have to sacrifice the land. Oh, he's actually discarding.
Yeah, he's trying to play the slow game. It looks like so he's gonna go for the gamble,
which makes more sense to do in game 2 than in game 1 because in game 2 you have 4 Crozen Grip to handle the counterbalance lock. In game 1 he did not have the lock, so he played it quicker. I would have played it a little bit slower, but maybe he was right in game 1 because he does not really have the answer to counterbalance lock, and now that he knows he's got the answer for it, he's playing it a little bit slower.
Yeah, so a gamble is 1 red mana sorcery. You can search your library for any card, but then you have to discard a card at random, and it actually is the Life from the Loam. Kill it for you. This means that when it's discarded, he can actually search. He can dredge it up and play it on the following turn. Yeah, there's our Arid Mesa from Leo Schulhof. He has a Council Judgment. I think he has Dig Through Time and Source to Plowshare in his hand. So his hand is actually really answer heavy for the Merit Leech. So the way that Branco decided to play this probably favors him. But he didn't dredge back the Life from the Loam.
He did dredge back.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he just flipped another one. And now I think Branco is going to destroy the Sensei's Divining Top. And then Leo will without any deck manipulation.
Yeah, and it's going to be really key. Leo is also, I wouldn't say playing it arrogantly. I mean, he's obviously trying to keep up mana, but he could have topped if he was scared of Crozen Grid. Now, Branco is not going to waste any time. Split second means that there can't be any replies. That kills the top and doesn't even enable him to look at the top 3 cards there. So, and after doing that, Branco is in the driver's seat. He can loam dredge the other loam as well and just really have a big turn.
I'm not sure if he wants to dredge here. He kind of wants to find an exploration or something to even develop his board more. Like
recycling land would be very good too.
Or now that his opponent gets a non-basic land.
Wasteland.
Yeah, if he should be dredging then because he really wants to hit that wasteland now.
So counterbalance all alone on the battlefield for Leo Schulhof. Just some lands to join him, and yeah, Branco now has the decision.
He's also got 2 crop rotations, so he can actually get the wasteland. I think he should dredge. Dredge here. Hope to hit the wasteland, even if he doesn't hit the wasteland. Still play the Life from the Loam first.
Yeah.
Because if then you can get to see what's on top of Leo Schulhof's library. Yeah. Exactly. Now he's gonna flip.
So blind flip.
It's 0, and now he can get back with 3 lands, and then search up a wasteland with the
Crop rotation.
crop rotation.
Yeah, and just really punish Leo Schulhof here, who is drawing a plains, but with only an island and plains in play the following turns after. Leo Schulhof will be relying on blind hits with the counterbalance. Okay, he just taps first. Taps the Tundra here, so he's playing it a little slow here. I can see that, especially when he knows that Leo Schulhof doesn't have any more lands in hand, and he knows that he's drawing plains. There's no threat of counterspell. And then he can start dismantling his mana slowly but surely. He doesn't go for it. Draws the Dark Depths. There's a Thespian stage.
I would have loved to see another dredge here to really hit the, if he hits the wasteland.
I would have loved to see the crop rotation a little sooner here.
But you don't want to fire off crop rotation before your opponent goes flip the card and it's not a 1 mana.
Sure. So end of turn, the Thespian stage is going to make a Rishat import, I think. Copy. I assume. That's a nice thing about the Thespian stage. Did he say what it was? I don't think so.
Oh, and now it's the mana bond. That one would have been good.
Yeah. I mean, he certainly won't be complaining about, hitting more lands and having a full grip.
We have now opened registration for tomorrow's.
There's a Dark Depth, so he's threatening the combo.
Would like to sign up today and skip the queue tomorrow morning? Come and see us.
I think what
at the sign-up stage.
it's tough.
We are taking registration for the Super Sunday Series.
Tap the Tundra.
For our Legacy Modern EDA.
This approach is really interesting from Branco. He's playing it really slow.
This game, last game he didn't.
Yeah, but now he's going for the super slow game. But I mean, last game he had exploration, he had Monk's Diamond, and he had everything, and Leo had nothing. So, okay, basic mountain from Leo Schulhof. Moon.
I'm not sure here.
I don't like this.
I think you want to wait till you can tap down both Leo Schulhof's planes, white sources. Yeah,
just.
This is like setting yourself back so much.
Yeah, I liked how slow he played, and then he just went for this. I would have just tried to develop my board and limit Leo's board as much as possible with the wasteland and the ports.
Of course, it is game 2, so you could figure out your opponent has been cyborging out a couple of Source to Plowshares, but still, I think he could have played the longer game.
So now he reels Monastery Mentor on top of the library. Just something that Leo might loan results, and I think now is the time to go for the crop rotation and try to get rid of Leo Schulhof's Tundra and tap down the plains maybe, so that he can't play the Monastery Mentor. And just every turn, just try to play your land, try to limit your mana and play it slow. We'll see what Branco chooses.
The thing is, the Miracles deck, it doesn't play all that much lands. It's got 22 lands, which is a lot for Legacy, but in general, it is not a lot.
So Force of Will on the Life from the Loam here, not wanting Branco to try to go for the combo in the near future again, but he knows that there's not Life from the Loam from Branco, so. So returns the 3 lands he found before, but I think he really should go for the crop rotation now. Nope. He wants to go for the combo again. A little risky here. Likes to live on the edge.
He's a rebel.
Is he?
Belgian.
Oh, you know him better than you.
No, he's not a rebel. He's a rebel master.
The game is slowed down a little here. Both players thinking about what to do.
Yeah, Leo could actually, before he draws the Monastery Mentor, fire off a Dictator Time, but I think he wants to have the creature so he can start pressuring Branco.
Exactly. Yeah, he's gonna hope that the top of his deck is going to help him survive. Maybe he has a brainstorm. There's another Rishat import, Mana Bond, and another Thespian stage. It goes to your hand. Monastery Mentor is actually pretty good. You can finish off the game really fast. You don't need that many lands to make it work.
If your opponent is at 39.
That's the one. That's one problem. But we'll try to go for it again.
Can he tap a land before? Yeah, he can
He
actually
can.
tap
Now
one
he
land.
can. Yes.
José Alves, et Naoto Watabe. Naoto Watabe, your tournament is waiting for you.
So, Branco Neirynck on the verge of maybe moving up to day 2 with 7 wins there. Lille Schulhof, the GP top 8er from Krakow, really on the back foot here. But maybe his monastery mentor can prove to be valuable here. He does have a dig, only 2 blue mana. Judgment that we saw before, but it is a sorcery if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
So that's not going to help against the 2020 indestructible flyer.
Well, it is.
Yeah, you see the token.
It is gonna help if it's in play, but not if it comes into play end of turn. Avatar.
Yeah, I had my fair share of success with Married Lage, but in combination with Vampire Hexmage, which was the original combo with Dark Depths, also enabling to do a similar thing, but it was more creature based. I really missed that deck.
You do?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun playing Chromox and Dark Confidant early. Your discard spells, off a quick 2020.
These good old days.
Good old days. Yeah, that was. I think this combination debuted at Pro Tour Austin 2009, with Brian Kibble winning that Pro Tour with a different kind of deck. So there's a brainstorm. Leo Schulhof digging. Prowess triggers. Gets a 1/1 monk, and he really wants the Swords to Plowshares here. I don't think he found one. He did find a fetch land though. It's a nice way to protect your land from Rochelle and Port and Wasteland in a way by keeping up a fetch land. But it's also has its downsides because when you're trying to keep the top card of the library thanks to counterbalance, it's not always ideal. There's Arid Mesa.
Now, yeah, Branco is never gonna make the 2020 before his end step.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't even care about the mentor, right?
I don't think so. This looks like bait to me.
Yeah.
It's like Leo Schulhof is trying to bait Branco Neirynck into pulling off the combo into 2020 so that he can use his Council Judgments as a sorcery and to kill off the 2020.
At end of second main phase.
That's what he should do. Okay. He doesn't even tap the land. So he's just going straight for it, no fear. Doesn't even use Rishad and Portage.
I mean, it worked game 1. So
Sure. Why not go for it again? I'm on 36. Plenty of time.
yeah, but this also runs into Snapcaster Mage. This is super dangerous.
It's a bit loose. But maybe Branco knows something that we don't. Maybe he has a read on Leo Schulhof.
If he should have tapped the plains end of second main
Yeah, he
phase.
should have. Or just the Tundra.
No, I like tapping the plains more because the plains you cannot use for dig through time.
Sure.
Because if you tap the Tundra, he actually fetches for another blue. He taps
Sure.
Tundra for dig through time, and then he
Yeah,
keeps the
that's
plains.
Good point. Yeah, good point.
And now Leo Schulhof will have 7 cards to see with his dig through time. And if he finds Swords of Plowshares, I think the game will be over.
Well, I mean, Branco still has time to try to do it again.
Against triple Monastery Mentor tokens?
Yeah, unlikely. I mean, doesn't have that many cards left in his hand, but sure, like he would get a turn or two. Oh, maybe even
He's
more.
gonna get 2 more with Dick also.
Yeah.
So how many cards should be left? Like 40, and there's 3 cards he needs to hit, and he sees 7 of the 40. So he's probably an underdog, right?
Yeah, he's not a big favorite. I can't see his cards.
There's a white bordered card that's usually Source of Plowshares, no?
Doesn't have to be. Could be a dual land. I think there's a force, a Jace. I don't think there's a Source of Plowshares. I think I saw at least 3 lands, Jace, force. Maybe he can find something else, but I'm not sure.
Is this the look of a happy man's face?
I think it's over. And Branco Neirynck will make it into day 2 very soon. There's the Merit Lage token. Leo Schulhof, did you find a Source of Plowshares? Now you tap the plains? Come on, Branco, you can do better. But yeah, it's enough to take the game and the match. Branco Neirynck on to day 2. That should make you happy, right? Belgic Magic.
Very happy.
Of course, it's like he's like your teammate.
Yeah, I cannot cheer too much anymore. Rich Hagen told me I should
Calm
slow it
down?
Yeah. So, but good job, Branco. Good job.
Yeah, of course, we're happy for him. So yeah, Lance making a performance.
Yeah,
What do you think about the deck?
He's facing the good matchups. I guess I'm not 100% sure that Miracles is that good, especially game 1, because you don't have the answer to counterbalance. But he played it aggressively, and it worked out.
He had a plan. You should probably talk to him after this match. Maybe give him some advice.
Well, he certainly knows it better than I do. I
Okay.
mean,